in the brain. And from there, they go to the heart. Now we're going into chapter 2. Page 140. Okay, who's going to read the next paragraph? Anybody? Yes. Who is this, Claudia?
Yeah.
You have a question or you want to read?
No, I can read the next one.
Okay, but in a big loud voice. Like you're calling up and says, Ma, I'm home. Okay.
You want me to read the Alter part or is reading however?
The bold type.
It is written, however, one nation shall prevail over the other nation.
Do you know what that's referring to? No. Okay. Rivka was the wife. Where's Rivka? Not here.
She's in Colombia.
We have 2 Rivkas in this class. They're both not here. Okay. Rivka is the wife, one of the mothers, most important mother of Israel, second to Sarah, Rivka, Rachelea. Rivka was the wife of Yitzchak. She could not have children. For 20 years. Well, for the first 10 years, she was very young. She was only 3 when she got married. 3-year-old could not have a child. But from the age of 12 on, they were trying to have children. And 10 years went by and there were no children. And the Torah tells us they both went up onto the roof and stood in opposite corners and they prayed to Hashem, Yitzchak and Rivka, and they were answered and Rivka became with child. And she began to experience terrible, terrible pains in her pregnancy. And she didn't know what to do about it. So what did she do? She went to the Rebbe. Who was the Rebbe? The Rebbe was Shem, the son of Noach. That's where the name Semite comes from. We are children of Shem, Shemites. So she goes to Shem. He was the Rebbe. He was the great spiritual leader of the time. He was a great teacher and had a yeshiva called the Yeshiva of Shem and his father and Aver. Not his father, Shem and Aver. So she went to Shem. He was a prophet. And she says, what's going on? This is unbearable. I can't take it. And he said, you should know you have 2 nations in your womb. 2 nations. And they're twins, but they're opposites. And they're already struggling with one another. And they're fighting inside of you. Who is going to be on top? Who is going to rule? And then he says, and this is the way it's going to be forever. One nation, a nation will come from each of them. One is Yitzchak, one is Yaakov, and the other one is his twin brother Esau. Each of them will be the progenitors of a great nation. We are from Yaakov. And Esau is the source of Rome. And this struggle between them will prevail. And one nation will always rule over the other. So that when the Jewish people are serving God the way they should, in the best way, that we will have then we will have supremacy over Esau. But if we fail, we get lazy, and we become selfish, the Yetzer Hara gets the better of us, then Esau rises up against us and prevails over us. And one nation will rule over the other nation. And this will go on until eventually the nation of Esau came and destroyed the Beis Hamikdash, conquered the Jewish people living in Israel. This was the beginning of our exile 2,000 years ago. And Esau has prevailed over the world since then. But when Moshiach comes, like we say, then saviors will arise from the Jewish people, and they will in turn conquer the nation of Esau. And there's a law written about this. What's really going on here? They're brothers, but they're opposites. Esau is born like an animal covered in hair, violent and powerful. And Yaakov, we're told in the Torah, is not a hairy person. He's a delicate person, fine person, refined individual. Esau spends his time hunting. That's what he likes to do. And Yaakov spends his time learning and dominating. And now he goes on. Okay, Claudia, you want to continue from there?
Yeah.
For the body is called a small city from there.
For the body is called a small city.
Just, I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. The idea of a small city is nowadays would be a small country. But in the times of the Tanya was written and all the holy books beforehand, cities were countries. So that, like we all know, in Italy, for instance, the city of Florence was at war with the city of Venice. One had an army, one had a navy, and so on. Sparta and Troy were cities, but they were city-states. So it says one city will rule over, your body is a small city. And this is all playing itself out in you as well. Okay?
The two souls in relation in one's body are just as two kings who wage war over a city. Each wishes to capture and dominate even against his will and to rule with consent of the populace.
Right, like two kings are fighting over a city, or like the French and the Germans in the war are fighting over a hilltop. They want to control the area. Or in Israel, the Arabs and the Jewish people fighting over control of the Golan Heights or Gaza. And each one wants to dominate and control and to rule over the people there. Continuing, page 141, read another paragraph.
That is to say, each king wishes to direct an inhabitant according to his will, so that they obey him in all that he decreed upon them.
Yeah, that is to say, each king wants to. How does a king rule? Through his laws. To lay down the laws the way he wants the country to behave, and to believe in the powers. In other words, each new king has his own God, and he wants everybody to worship his God. And to conduct the goings and the doings of the people in his country, the way he wants. And they should listen to his decrees, according to everything that he says. Okay, I look up and I see that the time for the class is pretty much over. Similarly, similarly, this is all a metaphor. The two souls in a person, the godly soul and the animal soul, are like these two kings. Hayunas, Bahamas, the vital animal soul. Shemi HaKlippa, which comes from Klippa. Nilchamois, these two kings are struggling with each other. Zuim Zu, Al Haguf, for control of the body, which is the small city. V'chol Evarav, and all of its limbs. That's what it's all about. And this is the war is real, and it's fierce, and it's forever until Moshiach comes. That will be the resolution. But until then, the struggle plays itself out minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, year by year. Good luck. What will we do without this knowledge? Like Riv going to Shem. A person can feel pain and constriction and confusion. You have to go to the prophet to explain to you there are two souls within you and they are at war. You have your natural desires and you have your godly desires, and they're opposites. Thank you for the milk. Whoever brought me a glass of milk. You think Star Wars was written by a Jewish person?
Yeah.
It's, I never saw or read the book of Star Wars, so I don't know, but I think that the hero of the whole thing is you. Enjoy this beautiful spring weather. It's almost March. Do you know what day of the English calendar the Jewish people left Egypt? When were they given the command?
March 4th.
March 4th. That was a joke.
I was thinking the 15th. Yeah, right? I was like, what are you Star Wars made a four. It's Star Wars Day. The fourth female. Yeah. It's a, I don't know why I was like, you know what Star Wars? Yeah. So that was not even, you know, Star Wars. I know, it's funny. So it's people who like Star Wars say the fourth be with you, because there's a thing in the series where it's made of. Yes.
No.
With my chair. Venga, vamos ya. Vamos ya.
But yeah, that's right. It's like a very but I don't know. No way. I totally did. Yeah. Oh, okay, so I'm going to the Alps.
I don't hear
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm
It's
very.
yesterday?
My brain works.
Where we going? I was like, I know, let's figure it out.
Oh, man.
On
the same volume.
I'm so sorry.
And when I'm sitting there, I'm hearing everything.
I know, I feel like I can't get you to. Yeah. Literally, I'm totally, what's going on, to be honest with you, we've been always talking about virtual lyrics, I'm like, yeah, but you go lyrics, like, now I'm just like. Hold on, my little one is in my cancel.
I mean, it's still like early. I feel like you're good.
Yeah, also because my mate also hasn't been to lyrics with me,
Okay.
so. I'm just gonna like ask the question.
I would enable that.
Literally, I think I can, because I invited myself over. Maybe I can just say like, hey, I'm so sorry, I forgot that I had that. Or I forgot to invite me somewhere.
No, thank you.
Girl,
Girl, I'm sorry. Okay.
you just said on your text.
Alright, so, okay, take a minute, figure that out, you know, not a issue.
Okay, we're getting ready.
И в это время она сказала, что она любит девочек, и тогда я начала бояться. Не знаю, надеюсь, нет. Я такие I don't know if having this phone, I really have pictures and I'm going to celebrate and see what the photo I do it. And you have this.
Yeah, 15 photos or $5.
Как ты его знаешь? Я знала, что уже что я буду знаешь, что я иду в школу, это не а там было очень много девочек, огромная школа. Тысячу девочек. Нормально? Надо 6 тысяч было. Все.
I'm hoping that next week is gonna be your entire week for the whole day. Because next week is President's Week, President's Day week.
Yeah.
And one of my classes are brought me the entire week. So I'm like, okay, what do you mean? I only have to, I only have to take one class. So I'm going to get both. So I'm like, I would say that I would get either that as well. But we'll see.
It'll be great.
It would be, but definitely I'll be here for the whole day that day. I'm already got some dates.
Show you.
Have a beautiful day.
Later, yeah.
It's
Hopefully
like
it's
so
fine.
not just the mind.
We actually have
Oh, that's great.
Sorry. Abby, welcome back, by the way. Good to see you. Thank you.
И я разговаривала с одной девочкой, когда я пришла. And it's like mom said it was due to я не помню, про что это разговаривала. Becomes like an easel. Something $8 а на языке она туда. Это очевидно. Школа, молодежь, все, она игрушка, она практически не знает, Було страшно. Весь рік питання.
Oh.
Я знаю, девочка, там очень удобная цена. Я думаю, что это просто проблема, потому что я не знаю, что такое. Потому что когда я начну делать, то есть что-то не понимаю. Просто сейчас мы только с девочками. Поэтому это понятно. Братья, я тоже. Ну все равно, что братья девочки.
Yes, I hate those photos.
Spanish, English.
Yeah.
You're making pictures for your wall.
You should put this.
No.
Oh.
Интересно, я думала, там.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Говорят,
Maybe we should go around. Okay.
I want to learn
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure which one you want.
Yeah, правда.
When we-
What?
You've been here a long time. Yeah. With your family on?
How many pictures would you like? We're all guys.
Yeah.
Сейчас мать.
Are they American?
И даже если ты твой брат, ты не можешь так делать. Хорошо, мы подумаем, что ты говоришь.
And then they have, we're married all families, I know.
Place my order. So 3 singles.
Если кто-то тебя хорошо видит, ты разговариваешь, или примитивно, или ты кидаешь, все шахматы будут знать. Никто даже не поймет, он не всегда.
Basically, you dress your own thing. I have right now, actually, it's worse than what you're like, and all these clothes. You don't have your like outside of the dress, what like, you're like, I just like putting going. I was trying on. I did the most.
Or we have a way if I'm lucky. See if I like.
Sorry. I'll be wrong with my Recently, I think I was like, oh, I wonder if it comes from like the cost of living. Because here the cost of living is higher and the wages are higher. But are you laughing? It's not, but it's not where the wages are. So it's like, oh, well, if I can work and get this, like, for $5 required you to not sending it to me automatically, but that's not where I was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, my phone is dead, and gone, and I don't have a charger, no, as in, it's dead, as in it's dead, because I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Girls.
Yeah, I had one night. Almost came here, you know, I knew.
I know what you're trying to say, that's not what you're saying. Like, I know what concept is trying to get out. That's what you're saying. Were you guys there long?
Yeah.
Were you like, it's close enough that I'm just gonna sit here and like,
About
get outside for once?
We left,
Yeah.
left around 10:30. And you didn't come yesterday, right?
Class, you know, Monday questions.